Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Thursday, July 28, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Cleveland Guardians vs Boston Red Sox. Our team pick is Cleveland Guardians for the win, and here is why. The game was tied in the top of the 9th inning on Tuesday, and Josh Naylor stepped to the plate with a bat in his hands. Crack. A swing of the bat and the Guardians put the Red Sox away at Fenway Park and took the 2-1 lead in the series. This head-to-head meeting has been all Guardians since the offensive floodgates opened on Tuesday. After being held to only 1 run in the opener, the Guardians exploded for 8 runs in the rematch and then another 6 on Wednesday. Winning the series against the Guardians is already a lost cause for the Red Sox, but they sure could go down kicking and screaming in this game. The first order of business is shoring up the defensive issues, and there might already be too many of them to keep the boat from leaking. The pitching rotation is obviously down in the dumps right now for the Red Sox. It's hard to win games when the team is allowing 9.06 hits per outing at Fenway Park. But how will the Red Sox respond in this game? It all starts with the youngster Cutter Crawford. The 26-year-old Florida native is throwing a 4.50 ERA with only a 2-3 record on the season. He hasn't started in many games, but he'll carry the brunt of the responsibility for a team that could run into trouble on Thursday. He's already coming off a loss to the Toronto Blue Jays. Another defeat could be in store if the Red Sox continue to flounder defensively. If they fail to put a stop to Cleveland's offensive madness, they can forget about coming home with this series. I wouldn't want to be staring down Guardians starting pitcher Triston McKenzie on the mound in this matchup. The 24-year-old has been absolutely dominant in 4 consecutive meetings with the Boston Red Sox, Chicago White Sox, Kansas City Royals and New York Yankees. That'll suit him well in Thursday's showdown with a Red Sox team that has already lost back-to-back games this season. Boston's pitching can't be trusted, and they've been even worse in recent outings. They have given up 7+ runs in their last 2 games. And on top of that, they'll be dealing with McKenzie, who is chewing through opponents defensively like a hot knife through butter. His pitching will once again be the story of the night against the up-and-down Red Sox on Thursday. I'm rolling with the Guardians. Our total pick is over 9. And here is why. The Guardians are averaging 4.40 runs per game and 4.54 runs per game on the road. They averaged 4 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Red Sox. With Boston giving up 5.23 runs per game at home, the Guardians will go over their average in this game. The Red Sox are averaging 4.55 runs per game and 4.63 runs per game at home. They averaged 4.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Guardians. With Cleveland giving up 4.38 runs per game on the road, the Red Sox will score enough runs to push the score over the total. The Guardians and Red Sox played over the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings. Seattle Mariners vs Houston Astros. Our team pick is Seattle Mariners plus 1.5 runs. And here is why. The Seattle Mariners ended the first half of the season with a 14-game winning streak, rocketing themselves for a wild card berth. The Astros swept the Mariners after the break, but they bounced back with 2 wins against the Rangers afterward. 16 wins out of the last 19 games isn't bad at all. The previous 6 wins for Seattle after Wednesday's competition have now come against the Rangers, and now it's time for a measuring stick series in the Space City. After missing the first 4 games since the All-Star break, the Home Run Derby runner-up and Rookie of the Year favorite, Julio Rodriguez, returned to the lineup on Tuesday and responded with a home run in the first inning. The Mariners still have a 14-game winning streak when Rodriguez is in the lineup. After looking like an unstoppable force winning 5 straight games with wins over the Yankees and Mariners, the Astros ran into the Oakland A's and lost back-to-back games as a huge favorite on Monday and Tuesday. Despite their struggles in Oakland, the Astros still have the 3rd best record in MLB and hold a commanding 11-game lead over the Mariners in the AL West. On Thursday, Houston will return home where they are 30-14 on the season. Balance has been key for the Astros, who are one of baseball's top pitching and defensive teams. The lineup is also dangerous, led by Yordan Alvarez, .307 AVG, 28 HR, 66 RBI. Rookie Jeremy Pena has been excellent at shortstop, posting a 3.5 WAR with 15 home runs. Then there's Jose Altuve, 19 HR, 36 RBI, 8 SB, and Kyle Tucker, 19 HR, 64 RBI, 16 SB, who have had all-star seasons, supplying power and speed. The Astros swept the Mariners the last time these teams met, but overall the 15 head-to-head games played between these franchises have been competitive this season. Before the sweep, the Mariners were 5-1 against the run line in their last 6 head-to-head games against the Astros. As a club that has won 24 out of its previous 30 games, the Mariners have good value as an underdog here. It's also worth mentioning again that Julio Rodriguez will be available for this game after missing the last series against Houston. I like the Mariners to keep this game within a run, if not win outright. Our total pick is under the total, and here is why. The total has finished under in 9 of the 15 games played between the Mariners and Astros this season. Both Seattle and Houston are excellent on the mound, as Seattle has the 5th best team ERA and Houston has the 2nd best. The total has finished under in 5 of Seattle's last 7 overall and in 7 of Houston's last 10 overall. Overall this season, the total has finished under 62.1% of Houston's games, which is the highest in baseball. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Colorado Rockies. Our team pick is Dodgers, -1.5 runs, and here is why. While the Yankees' dominance was the talk of baseball for much of the first half of the season, the emergence of the Dodgers as potentially the best team in baseball has been a story in itself. Over the last month, they've easily navigated most opponents and have to build a sizable gap in the NL West race. Beyond that, an 8-2 record over their last 10 games is nothing to sneeze at, and with MLB's best road record as well, this weekend shouldn't be too daunting for this group. Playing at Coors Field has been a challenge, though, for this group, and while many will expect them to easily come out of the 4-game stretch unscathed, they know that they need to be focused throughout. Thursday's opener will be a great test, though, and there's no doubt that fans could be in for a great night of watching one of baseball's best groups. For the Rockies, sitting at the bottom of the NL West standing isn't exactly what they had envisioned for how things might look as August approaches. The last 10 games have seen them go .500, but their winning record at home seems like it could be a positive for them going forward. When welcoming Los Angeles to town over the last few years, they found ways to consistently have success, and the hope is that this weekend can be much of the same and jumpstart the second half of the season. One of the 3 coveted wild card spots is within play still, and a strong run could see them jump right back into things. Welcoming the Dodgers to town is going to be a challenge, but this team isn't the type to back down. From an injury standpoint, things are trending forward for the Rockies. Connor Joe, undisclosed, is the only position player who is injured, while they only have a handful of pitchers out as well. Being down 3 relievers isn't ideal, but with the series just starting, it shouldn't make or break things. The Dodgers have had their own struggles in Colorado this season, but they seem well primed to come away with a win on Thursday night. There hasn't been a hotter team in baseball than the Dodgers of late, and it won't hurt that they'll have one of baseball's best pitchers going as well in Anderson. With the lineup growing into health as well, just as the Rockies have seemed to fall off in the run production department, this is the perfect opportunity for the Dodgers to grab the win. Additionally, according to Covers.com, the Dodgers are 4-0 in their last 4 road games and 7-0 in Anderson's last 7 starts on 5 days of rest. For the Rockies, they are 1-5 in their last 6 games overall and 0-4 in their last 4 games against a team with a winning percentage above .600. Our total pick is under 11.5 runs. And here is why. Both teams have carried by their lineups, and the upcoming game should reflect that, with both the Dodgers and the Rockies driving in runs from the first pitch. The Dodgers look to build off a 7-run game and constantly plate base runners with Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact against Jose Urena and the rest of the Rockies pitchers. The Rockies, who average 4.57 runs per game, should run up a score with C.J. Cron, Charlie Blackmon, Connor Joe, and the rest of the lineup swinging for the fences and powering the ball against the Dodgers pitchers to circle the bases at will. The over should cover in a high-scoring game controlled by both lineups.